Have you ever felt like you've been railroaded into something at work? Have you ever focused so hard on your agenda you didn't care for others? Or have you manipulated a situation to suit you, or felt that others have done it to you? Hi, I'm Rob, and I'll walk you through politics in the workplace and how to recognise the impact of different political behaviours. For many, it conjures up winners and losers, people who will gain something, people who will not. What's in it for me? What's in it for us? Whose agenda are we actually playing to at the moment? Do I stand to lose, or who else stands to lose? If you think about a good politician will understand three things. They understand their environment, they're good at influencing people, and they're good at progressing their objectives. So political behaviour in the workplace is no different. Remember that politics are always going to be involved when there is a change in the workplace. If you are unaware of what's happening around you, you could get caught out. You could feel like you're exposed, or actually be exposed. You could feel bullied into something you don't understand, or that you don't want to do. And of course, you could be taken advantage of. On the flip side, if you are very aware, or should we call it very political in your behaviour, you could be playing games at other people's expense. You could be using politics to advance your own agenda so that you're the winner, and you do that by making others lose. You could manipulate people and situations to take advantage. Of course, you can also be seen as thoughtless, selfish, and even manipulative. How does politics in the workplace play out? A very useful model by Baddeley and James is one where political skills for managers can be seen around four different animals: the fox, the owl, the sheep, and the donkey. The fox is a politically aware, very astute game player. They're clever. Foxes get things done. They can be very positive. The difficulty is that they might cause damage, and the poor old innocent sheep is usually the victim of the fox. The owl is a politically aware, wise creature. They act with integrity. Owls will focus on the higher purpose. They will always have a positive intent. They're good at clearing up damage. The difficulty with an owl, of course, is they're quite rare. We don't see much of them. Now then, let's look at the politically unaware. The donkey, first of all. The donkey is an inept game player. In other words, they don't really know what they're doing. They may actually just get on and get things done, but they cause damage as they do so, and they're not aware of the impact. The donkey doesn't much care about bystanders and people who gets in the way. They just kick out, and they just create mayhem. Finally, we have the politically unaware, innocent sheep. Now, a sheep will act with integrity, but they are typically easily influenced. Sheep are followers. They dislike politics. They certainly dislike game playing. They will do the work, but they may complain a lot. If you've ever been near a field of sheep and hear them bleating, that's what sheep behaviour at work is like. Lots of moaning. Behaviours can be broken down into one of two main categories. First of all, the Machiavellian behaviours of a self-motivated person. Probably game playing, they're being petty, there'll be childish behaviours, and the use of information to spin things to their own agenda. They put themselves before everything and everyone else, and so losers are inevitable. Then you have pro-social behaviours. These people are purpose-driven, they're ethical, they're growth-orientated. They think about we, the team, over I. So the result that you can get is a win for you, a win for me, and a win for everybody else. So the next time you're in a situation at work, look for the signs of game playing versus acting with integrity, fox versus the owl, and who's politically savvy versus those who have no clue what's going on, the poor old donkey and the sheep. Why not subscribe to access more great content? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.